Glad you could join us from Reser Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Tulsa Golden Hurricane and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. The Beavers will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Tulsa's offense will get first crack at it today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on the, he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad. And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not able to hook up here, incomplete. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Making his first move. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. What a rough game he had in that loss last time out, throwing 3 interceptions. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Now on first down from the 30. From the gun. Runs through the tackle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Setting up the screen. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Beavers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. from the gun, the ground game. All over him immediately.
What a great play by the linebacker. Did you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. Got to make the play on 4th. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Give to the back. See some running room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He'll throw it. Left side is Bobo. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Drops back on 1st down. Comes down, it's Harmon. Aims to grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
And we got something different, guys, here in the 2nd quarter. We got points, right? No points in the 1st quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Got enough for the 1st down. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. All the way. Touchdown, Beavers.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the 1st half. That big, explosive play. And that will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy. It's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Golden Hurricane offense ready to get this drive underway. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Handoff to the lone back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
And, wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch? And
he's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulsa.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Play action on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Moving the pocket, it's Dortch. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab him outside. Across. Play has this offense rolling. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. And the Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. There's a crease. Inside the 10-yard line, it's shoved out of bounds at the 9. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get...
He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oregon State!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. He's got it along the sideline. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fires to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finds his big tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. Dropping back, it's Dortch. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hope. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds the tight end, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's BYU with the lead right now in the first half. This has been a good one, a battle of 1-0 teams. Now back to your game in Corvallis. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Reser Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know.
Holds it in on the left. Off and running. Touchdown, Beavers! That one will give them the lead. His 3rd touchdown in this game and his 3rd on the season. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw one first. Catch in the middle. It's Bobo. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Trying to establish the run. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down to the air. Finds his man down the middle. There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes a grab, and there's room. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Sells to fake. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tulsa. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, this part of the field, once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide left, it's Holt. Makes the grab in their space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. To the air, it's Dortch. Still looking to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Spins away. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Throws to the back. Caught. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, the bad news on defense is you gave up a big completion. The good news, though, you showed great effort making a tackle and getting him down inside the 5-yard line. Effort does matter, and we'll see. If they can hold the offense here to 3 points, that might be the type of play defensively that may win you this game.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Second down, gonna throw it. He's going for the goal line. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. How good have they been on 3rd down today? And another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He caught it.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The give to the back. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Past the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Beavers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Might have a chance on the stop. The Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Dortch. Escapes the pressure going right. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks. And the fourth down decision pays off big time.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Moving out to the right. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Line getting set on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on third down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Right down the middle. In traffic, it's Harris. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Beavers will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Dortch. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. On the move. Here's it toward the corner of the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon State. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He wants to throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Bringing it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Tulsa will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. The Beavers using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. At the 40, there he goes. He's into the open down the middle. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tulsa.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Number 98, set to advance on the football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Escapes the pressure to his right. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Dortch. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot for this offense, man. They've got to create some explosive plays, and the defense knows it. They're backing up. They're playing really, really conservative. Man, you're down 2 scores. You've got to find some plays over the middle of the field, wherever. You just got to chew up some grass.
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Snapped on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast time.
He's going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
With the lead late in the game, this defense right now knows that the opponent's going to be throwing the football. They're doing a nice job mixing up their coverages, but also changing their personnel, sometimes putting extra DBs on the field. That time, deep shot, 2 guys go up, nobody comes down with it. The defense wins again.
And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking downfield, it's Dortch. Finds his man in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Buying time to his right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Burrowing for yardage. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Beavers in the hurry up. Dropped back on 1st down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big eye in.